Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Flickerverse Show. I am your host today, Sulin. Oh, look, Goatbrother's here. Look at that for timing. And I'm joined today by my very lovely Dr. Aginor, Androl, the Bard of Time, and Goatbrother. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
How are you all doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Are you recovered?
It's Wednesday and we love it.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday. Are we all recovered after last week?
Yeah. I think I need to watch the
Emotionally.
episodes again. All of it.
Physically,
I think
sexually.
I watched the finale about 4 times and nearly every non-reader reaction I could find.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're sexually satisfied?
Nearly.
Nearly. I need to watch it a couple more times then.
I'm still coping with the fire drain. I'm not a big fan of that, but
With the dragon.
yeah. I would
Yeah.
have liked it.
To be a banner.
Yeah, or just a fire stream with a dragony-ish looking head, like when the stream of fire went towards the tower.
So kind of.
That
Have you seen the second Mummy film, The Mummy Returns?
Oh, I haven't seen that.
And I think they do it in the first one as well. There's like a wall of sand that Imhotep makes like out of his face to like eat. Yeah. So maybe like that.
Yeah. Especially the roaring was a bit too much
roaring's roaring, isn't it? Like.
Yeah.
It's still good.
But okay, it's fine. It's just a design choice which just didn't do it for me, but that doesn't make the episode any bad. It's just a little detail which I enjoyed less. Otherwise, the episode was amazing.
I'm just glad it didn't go with like a fat European medieval dragon, because that would have been malplaced.
Well, like the one on the Welsh flag.
Right, yeah. So the more
with, like
Asian,
little legs.
Yeah. The Asian version is much better.
Androl, how are you after the episode? What was your favorite part?
Oh God, I don't know if you noticed this by now, but my memory is epically poor. So I liked it. I watched it Friday night, I think, actually, and not in the morning as I usually do. So I was actually coherent and not in my sleep. So that's good. I really enjoyed it. I think they did a pretty good job, tying up everything and setting up for the next season. So, yeah, I liked it. I liked it.
Aggie?
Sorry. Yeah, so I think I need to rewatch it because so much happened.
Yeah.
And I can't remember all of it because it was intense and packed with so many things. And we were all hoping to see Uno again, Blow for Uno, and we did get to see that, so that's great. The horn itself is questionable. The design of it. I didn't
it's
quite
like a vase, isn't it?
Yeah,
like a conch.
I would have preferred
in
the
IKEA.
French horn.
Yeah, but
That aside,
Debate on the horn online,
yeah.
Some people really like it, and I feel like other people are like, this belongs in IKEA.
Yeah, pretty much.
I saw a take. Non-reader watched with a reader, and the non-reader said, "Yeah, but the Age of Legends is science fiction, so Star Trek-ish, and the horn looks quite futuristic, so that would be quite fitting for something made in that age."
I do get the futuristic point. My main thing was where is the sound coming out? Because there's an input, but there's not really an output.
No, so there is some flanges on the top of it.
Yeah.
But as
it's not
Jess
enough.
said in Tarwal on After Dark, their latest episode, that's not how horns work. So, I mean, to get that, majestic booming tuba sound, there's a reason why tubas are so big.
Yeah.
So but magic. I mean, magic.
Horn.
Yeah, it's a magic horn. So
magic
could look like
flanges, says
anything.
Niels.
So
Yeah.
my question is, since Matt got his flicker from the T and his memory from the horn, do we get the fins at all?
Yeah, we get the fins. 1,000,000%. I'm telling you now.
Absolutely, we get the fins.
That was my first thought when Matt said, I remember. I said, oh shit. There go the fins.
I think it makes sense to do it this way because in the book, you don't ever really find out where he gets the luck from and where he gets the a little bit of the old tongue and stuff, but the full on. The only thing he actually gets from the fins is the memories, right?
And the Ashandarai.
Yeah.
As well.
And the medallion.
No, he hasn't got a Ashandarai. He's got a stupid dagger on a stick. That's not
it's a
the
makeshift
Ashandarai.
Ashandarai. That's not the real thing.
Yeah.
And
he MacGyvered that. So
yeah, he MacGyvered his own dagger on a stick.
I mean,
but
his crafting skills is top notch. He
I know,
hit a
think,
deep.
how's it gonna stay on? If you just pushed it, it would just sink back.
I mean, if you try to tie a knife to a quarterstaff and see how well it sticks, so his crafting D20 must have hit a peak.
He got a nat 20.
He got a nat 20.
Which is pretty fitting for him to be one of the best generals
that's true.
in history, because you always have to adapt to what's going on the battlefield. You always have to change strategy, so you have to be very good at problem solving.
So I think it makes sense for him to consolidate how he gets a lot of these things. Yeah. So he's got the speaking old tongue now, we assume, and he's a hero of the horn, so he's going to have memories. And it just, for show sense, it makes more sense to just consolidate that. And then, I mean, for book reasons, we know that Elfin have to exist, right? But there's 2 trips to the separate realms. It makes more sense just to merge them into one, have them hang out together, and bung that in season 3 in Ruidian, because Rosamund's already talked about filming a psychedelic scene, which realistically has got to be that, right?
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in we have to break stuff down to make it more easy and accessible, because you can't do that much in exposition on screen as you can do in the book.
Yeah,
so
there was confusion from show owners that I saw when I looked at a lot of reactions about what the heroes of the horn were, if that worked, were they Matt's past lives, and then they got confused because Uno was there, and that's they do need it sort of spelled out for them, whereas obviously we get it.
I'm a bit sad that Rand hasn't got his opportunity to shine.
He hasn't had a training montage yet, but that is going to happen next season.
But he had no training when the battle in the sky happened. But he had no real.
He had sword training.
Yeah, but he had no epic moment in the finale. He stabbed Ishi. That's it.
But Ishi wanted to be stabbed.
Right.
It wasn't the real fight.
He didn't defend him.
He did have an epic moment. He slayed Turok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that scene, Rafe said that was actually a merge of the scene from when he attacks all the he gets attacked by like
Dark
Friend
Dark
merchants
Friends,
in
and he makes
3.
him kneel. Yeah, when they die.
Yeah, so it was a nice merge, I thought.
Yeah.
And then just using the power because he hasn't got the sword training yet, which is coming. Rafe said that's coming.
I truly believe that. I think
it's all right because he'll get a moment in season 3 where Egwene won't. So
that's also a thing. I mean, he is the Dragon Reborn. He's gonna have these moments.
Yeah.
God damn it! If the series progresses.
Yeah, but
I mean,
just.
I get your point, though. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. I don't complain. It was just a bit underwhelming, but it's fine.
I mean, I'm going to start out being very positive because the episode was great, and from the moment Matt blew the horn, through to the end, basically, I was sobbing. As soon as I spotted an eye patch appear, I jumped up out of my chair. I was crying and laughing and dancing around the living room, and then I had to pause the TV because I'd missed it and had to rewind back to watch it again. And I was so happy for numerous reasons, but also so that I don't have to keep tweeting every day because I don't like default Rand is I could never match that. I don't have the stamina in me. So I'm so glad that I don't have to do that. I loved that moment. I actually controversially really liked that Nynaeve did absolutely bugger all because it's the start of her block and they introduce Maggedion at the end, and you know that's what they're going to do in season 3 and have that face off. So that for me is great. They need to set it up now to have the correct payoff later. The only complaint I have about Nynaeve is take the fletchings off the arrow before you shove it. Oh my god, everyone knows that.
Yeah, but otherwise, she didn't do much magic, but
she's blocked, so that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. But she did so much in character work.
Yeah, she did.
To admit that Egwene needs Elaine and she can't do anything is such a big step forward. And when you look at her expression and her face when Elaine healed Rand,
she was in pain watching it.
Yeah, she was in pain, and she was totally devastated and broken inside because she couldn't help the boy she thinks she has to protect.
Yeah, and it parallels really nicely with how she feels at the end. Like, I've just reread A Memory of Light, and the scene right at the end after the battle where she's basically just sobbing because she can't do any more for Rand.
Yeah.
And then Perrin, like, because it's Perrin's POV, and then Perrin realizes that she's like that because she's already lost one. And he goes, "Who have you lost?" And obviously he gets the Egwene news. And like, it's that moment for her. And I did a whole tweet thread, I don't know if anyone's seen it, about all of the foreshadowing and like Easter eggs that were in that. But the parallel of her using wisdom skills when she can't access the one power to how she acts in the very final battle is like such a great setup there. You know, she will never forget her little pouch of herbs and whatever ever again, because she's seen what it is to be without the power. Like, it sets that up so nicely. I can post a link to the tweet thread in chat. I had quite a lot of like parallels that I found just from the first glance. So I was really happy with the work the show did in that episode alone to set up a lot of stuff for the future. The only critique I did have was the pacing was weird, and it's because they needed another episode to do all of that in and let the scenes breathe.
Yeah, it was crammed.
Yeah.
Also, there are a couple of lines that I'll regret the first kiss your mother ever gave your father is very cliche. Although I think it is actually in the book, but it's just a really cliche line. And there was a line about it was Perrin and Loyal and Matt, and it was like, but we can't open the box. Why don't we use my magic stick? And Loyal was like, of course, as if Loyal knows anything about the magic dagger at all. Like it was just ever so slightly could have been tighter, but like overall, I love the episode so much, and you
will always have some misses.
Happy with how it landed.
Yeah, and you could see how much they did, how much work they did to build up Matt to get him there where he has to be in season 3 because Barney exited the series in season 1.
Yeah, you think even season 2 was still affected by COVID.
Yeah. And still they had to build him up to get him there that he could be great after or in season 3.
Yeah. Nils has made a good point that Loyal has intimate knowledge of the dagger. He does, but I wouldn't say he knows like the lore and all of the like. It's come from Shadar Logoth and it's a cursed blade and Mashadar and all of that sort of stuff that's surrounding it. He just knows that I got stabbed by a shiny thing.
So what do we think? Will Palan Fane get the dagger back?
Yeah,
I think he's off to the Two Rivers, isn't he?
Yeah, eventually.
He has to. I want him to be more to have the dagger longer so he can go fucking crazy. Yeah. I really want that actor to really be able to lean into it because so far he has more or less been just a henchman to
Johan Myers is amazing. And also in the second Mummy film.
Yeah.
He plays a guy called Izzy and it's hysterical.
Yeah, he's the aeronaut, right?
Yeah, he has a dirigible.
Yeah. I have to say this is just a minor criticism of the come on with the swearing. Come on, just use the in-world cursing because I get little that feeling when I hear someone say freck. It's so stupid.
I'm sort of half there, half not. Like because when Matt said, "Who in Light's name are these people?" it didn't ring true as so like, and I think I don't think it's just swearing. I think it's like a lot of the language. Like I feel like that should have been "Who in the bloody Light's name are these people?" for that moment. Mm-hmm. Like, and I perhaps it's the writing of when it's placed. Yeah. But I think it's Rand, he's got shit hair, but he's alive. I thought that was great because it's such a mad thing to say.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But I think we need more in-world cursing because it's such a fun thing in the books.
Yeah.
And it would make the world feel more authentic and stand alone.
Yeah. I mean, we've got Elaine, who I'm assuming is going to go on some sort of journey next season. My theory is they're just going to do the Tanchico storyline and tie off the Leandrin arc with Nynaeve, and do all the Maggedian stuff. Like that fits quite nicely as an encapsulating storyline for them, perhaps with a trip to the tower for some accepted tests along the way. But like it gives Elaine now out in the real world, if that happens next season, it gives her some opportunity to start learning some curse words.
Yeah.
Especially if she hangs out with Matt at all. Like I want the Elaine and Matt buddy cop film where she starts learning the swear words.
And of course we have to send a thought to the bestest of boys. And their demise. Hopper
in our hearts.
Hopper in our hearts.
Yeah.
But that was a great moment actually when Walda attacked Perrin and Perrin picking up the axe.
Yeah.
actually. And
I assume we will maybe learn later in the wolf stream that Perrin actually called Hopper to aid, not knowing he was doing it, because
No, that'd be nice. Yeah.
because Elijah said, "You are sending us pictures for months
Yeah.
now."
Yeah, you're an open book.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
I
I mean,
like
we
it.
know it's not the end of Hopper.
No.
We know Hopper's coming back. So
They just started because
Yeah.
But
he
yeah,
died
yeah.
in the first book, and we had
Hopper-
him till the end.
Hopper had to die in this episode. I realized it about
Yeah.
20 minutes before it started. I was like, hang on, Hopper dies in book 1. They really need to. So I was like very ready for it. But yeah, it was really well done. Like the way they had the moment with the positive moment between Perrin and Dane before that was, I thought, such a stunning imagery. And obviously 2 rivers being dragged away. And it's like, well, where's he going next? He's going to go to the 2 rivers.
Yeah.
Like, it was really nice setting that up.
Have you watched the reactions of Joy Scott and Matthew Haynes?
I've watched Joy Scott's. How about you guys?
I have not.
Don't know who that is.
Her reaction to Hopper dying, saying Matthew.
Yeah, a lot of show-only watchers really struggled with the Hopper scene.
Yeah, and
Which is fair.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
yeah, and they should.
Yeah, and that's the point. They have to. Like, it's not like Wheel of Time isn't a show that is going for shock value, but we all know there are scenes coming that will have that impact. Robert Jordan wrote some pretty dark shit.
Yeah.
So
He didn't display it.
yeah,
It wasn't in your face, but when you think about it, when you read Dumai's Wells, it's pretty epic and it sounds cool in a way, but when you think about, picture in your head what happens on that battlefield, holy shit,
yeah,
that's dark, sinister, fucked up shit.
some fucked up shit.
And it fuels the White Cloak hate as well, so that
Yeah.
And
that's good for show.
And from the White Cloak, who was really the coolest from them. He was the more Joffrey. Daddy Bornhold was the one who said, "Yeah, we don't go near witches, but those are the ones who could heal that wound."
Yeah. Shall we
Hang on.
move on?
Before we move on, I'm just keen to hear your thoughts on the Horn of Valir, because we saw Matt giving it away to one of the heroes.
Yeah,
What do you
Amarose
think
took
will
it.
happen with it?
In her dress, it had pockets.
Yeah, but isn't that the moment? Oh, moment 22 heter it's on Swedish. I don't know what's in English, but if the heroes only can be called by the horn, but the heroes of the horn have the horn.
Yeah, that's a catch-22.
Yeah, catch-22. Thank you. Or can they just blow the horn themselves?
Maybe that's them going on strike
Yeah.
to take custody of the horn.
Yeah. Well, we're not coming when you call.
I mean, it could go anywhere. They'll find it again, or maybe it'll just be like on the floor, and we'll get like a shot of Padam Fane picking it up, or something like that. Or
Maybe, yeah.
Moraine. Actually, I could see Moraine picking it up and like bundling it off to the tower, because it just needs to go somewhere safe now, right?
Yeah, I'm just thinking they used that moment to plug a loophole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so you can't just blow the horn at each and every turn because you feel like it, because you can use it and then it's hidden again and you need to find it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe Matt, because he's the hornblower, will know where it is to find.
Yeah, maybe it's in the Tower of Genji.
Maybe it was a
like,
mistake.
Some like hive memory or something of the.
Well,
of
I
the
mean,
humans.
if you think like every piece of dialogue is deliberate, there's no way they would have shown Amoresu disappearing the horn without a plan for what happens with that. Like, no way in a million years. So, I'm interested to see where they go with it.
Because in the books, I think even if you blew the horn and summoned the heroes, they wouldn't fight for you unless they knew they were fighting for the dragon, right?
Yeah, they have to fall under the dragon banner. Like the banner or the sign of the dragon has to be there.
And in the show, they solved it by remembering, oh, this is Matt. We know Matt. Matt is a hero of the horn, so we can fight.
And Matt has the banner in the last battle.
Yeah. And
then there's the scene where he gets on the Rakan with the Maraturakan, and he has Olva on his back because Olva is the hornblower. And then they get knocked off the Rakan, and the banner like falls out of his pocket or whatever. And then Matt's like, "Oh shit, I've lost the banner." And Olva's like, "Look at the sky, mate. I think we're fine," because like the clouds are formed into the dragon.
Yeah.
At that point, so it's a night. Like, I wonder if we'll get a fire dragon and then like a cloud dragon later on.
I have to answer. We have to answer a question from the chat. Thomas, who, yes, I'm a show only, but I have warned them, so they know they don't care about spoilers. Has there ever been a dark friend hero of the horn? No, you can't be a dark friend and be a hero on the horn. I think that's lore, and so it's only I mean, it don't have to be good, pure goodness. I mean, Harter Hawkwing did some fucked up shit, but he's not.
Yeah, that's
evil.
true. He's not really a very good guy, Arthur Hawkwing.
You're supposed to be heroic for some.
Yeah.
Why the hell is Arthur Hawkwing a hero of the horn, by the way? He's just famous. I mean, he took over all the world, so I mean,
he's a conqueror.
Yeah, he's a conqueror.
Maybe maybe it's not that life that he's a hero for. It's like a previous one where he saved a village or something.
Maybe it depends on the age that they are living in. The heroes are defined by the age and the myths of that age.
Yeah, if he's a hero by his age's standard.
Yeah, we can't judge the heroes by the past by our standards.
You just had a stupid idea, like Arthur Hawkwing is like the Elon Musk of our time. He's just famous and rich, and he's got all the power.
Oh my god!
He funded and built a device called the Hero of the Horn, so you could return later to fuck shit up.
Oh my god, it's so accurate. I hate it.
Imagine someone blowing the horn, and this dude comes rolling up in the Tesla. Blasting hair metal.
Yes, this is a Tesla Joe car. 11th edition.
God.
Oh god.
All right, so let's move on. So that very quickly, there's some news from What series that got posted earlier today, just in case you've not seen it. So that is some casting news for season 3. So we have a new actor playing Marin Alvear, who's Egwene's mum. So Lolita Chakrabarti couldn't return due to scheduling issues, and so she's being replaced by Rena Mahoney, who's a British actress and has been in shows like Doctors and Hollyoaks. So that will be quite exciting to see her take on Marin. Very excitingly, Daryl McCormack is coming back as Aram, the Tinker Poi. And the amazing Maria Dolken is back as Isla, and Narinda Samara is back as Rayan. So we are getting some Tinkers, and we are getting the Two Rivers in the next season, which is very, very exciting to see. And Daryl McCormack is in a show on the West End early next year. And if anyone wants to come, send me a message because I will be getting tickets. So that's cool. And we'll post the What Series link in chat so we can so people can find that. So lastly, I know this has been quite long before we even got to the Flicker wheel, but creations and memes. So we want to see what has happened since last week. I wasn't even here last week, so I have zero context for these. Aggie, do you want to put up the first one? And Androl, maybe you can talk us through it.
Oh, here we got a picture of Perrin forging his hammer, and we got a picture of Chris Hemsworth as Thor. Corporate needs you to find the difference between this picture and this picture, and the answer is they're the same picture.
What was the prompt for last week that got you talking about that?
No, I think it's from 2 weeks before when we had the MCU in
Yeah,
that must have been it. Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
the crossover. Yeah,
nice.
So I think this one, the next one is.
Oh, and who created that, by the way? Was that Sankro? Sandra.
Pretty sure it was Sandra. Yeah.
That's great.
And this next one is actually from last week's episode.
Uno!
I don't remember. Yeah, Uno made this one.
Nice.
Nice.
So, Uno.
This.
So, Androl, you were saying you did a parody,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I did a little parody on this. I might be a year ago or something like that when the first season came out and we first met Uno. And yeah, it's in the chat to my YouTube where you can go and listen to it.
What song is it a parody of? I don't actually know that.
It's War Pigs by Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
That's where the text is from.
Yes, exactly.
Gathered
But I think my first line is Uno's searching for eye patches.
Oh my god.
Never said I was good at
it.
It's some like Wordsworth level lyricry going on there.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Uno made this meme because this is actually one of Guy Roberts' favorite songs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and we sent it to him and he loved it. So I was very happy.
It's great.
That he liked it. Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have words with Guy Roberts.
Yeah.
Words indeed.
Words indeed. I'm so happy that he's back. It's just, I don't think I'm gonna stop smiling for another year because I'm so
So now
happy
the
that
question
Uno's
becomes, how often do you think we'll see the Heroes of the Horde return? Will we get them in season, I don't know, 12 or for the last battle or whatever?
I mean,
not next season
No,
no.
probably not next season.
because they haven't cast Brigitte.
Yeah. But we saw Brigitte, right?
Yeah,
But it's not real
without-
Brigitte.
She's just a stand-in.
Do you think? I mean, if we'll probably get Brigitte like season 4, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to get a ton of Tel'aran'rhiod and the Wolf Dream, I think, next season. And I hope at least getting introduced to it. So maybe in 4th season we can get Brigitte because she turns up and helps the girls out, and then Gaidal Kane comes and says, "No, you're not supposed to do this."
Yeah. Another little
If,
cameo.
If we get Elaine and Nynaeve going to Tanchico, and maybe Egwene and Rand going to the Waste, Perrin going to Rivers. Maybe we will get Brigitte at the end of season 3. Maybe.
Maybe.
They've almost finished filming.
Yeah.
As far as we know, they've not cast her.
Okay, then it will be season 4
Yeah, probably.
because she's there for a huge chunk of the books, right?
It feels like she was going to be in season 3, they would have already cast her to be in that episode because they've done it for Mageddon, right?
Oh, we don't know it yet.
Yeah. So
we don't know every casting.
yeah.
But who are you most excited for to be cast for next season?
For season 3.
Sandra's question.
I guess it's got to be Elida, doesn't it? I mean, we know, but
We know the cast for Elida, right?
yeah, we know, but we don't know. No.
Okay, we don't know, but we know. Yeah.
I know that you know that I know that.
I say, Ruach.
Oh yeah, Rock.
Sulin, we get all the Aiel next season.
Oh, that's true. I'm not sure we'll get Sulin though.
We have
But yeah,
to.
I guess
At one point, we have to. She's
We
so
don't,
initial
like,
to character.
I know,
to-
but they
to
could just
Rand's plot.
merge. They could give her lines to Avienda. Like that, Sulin's big moment. They could give it to Avienda.
I think I'm
Not
most
the,
excited.
not the. So I mean the breaking the spears moment, not the Aes Sedai have da moment.
Yeah.
Like, and they could just cut that. Like, I don't think she has. I would love her to be cast, but I'm trying to be realistic and not get my hopes up, so that I am
but
happy.
Sulin is the link to the maidens, and Avienda will become a wise one by that point.
But you've got Bane and Chiad who functionally do nothing.
But they aren't around. They are off with Fail, most likely.
Yeah, it might not be. That's what I'm saying. We're assuming where people are. Like they could give it to Gould. Give it
of course.
You know.
But I hope Sulin.
I hope so. I hope so.
And I hope we get Melindra.
Yeah, Melindra. I would say we're more likely to get Melindra than we are to get Sulin.
And I hope they cast Melindra as Melindra.
Yeah, we are Team Melindra for Melindra, which, if you guys don't know, is a little campaign that we want. Our lovely friend who sort of role plays as Melindra online to be cast as Melindra because she is awesome and insanely dedicated to it, and she's been helping me with an Aiel cosplay at the moment. So,
that's great.
Very lovely. I guess Asmodean. As Altamar says in chat.
That's what I'm most excited about because we know all the Forsaken are released.
Yeah.
So we want Grendel and we want the boys.
Yeah. Whoever the boys are.
Yeah.
So who is...
I mean, I'm still hoping Aginor gets some role. I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't think we'll get it, but if we get it, I'll be excited.
Of course you will.
Yeah.
Going to Asmodean. Oh yeah. So I have to wait and release my song about Grendel until next season. Damn it.
I don't think so.
We'll get 6 more Forsaken, right?
Yeah.
Grendel.
Yeah.
No,
Samael.
5.
6.
Because we have 8, right? 8 in total.
Yeah, but we've got Ishi, we've got Lanfear, and we've got Moggy.
Isn't that the
yeah,
same
so
one?
being released is 6, which includes Mageddon.
Yeah, 6, but including Mageddon, there are 6 more, right? But including Mageddon.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
6. So then we know Grendel. So that's 4.
Yeah. We know Samael.
Do we?
Yeah, because
we've guessed like Samael hasn't been named.
He has been named in the cold open of episode 8.
Did
when
he?
Ishi is sealed away. Yeah.
Okay, so Samael.
Lou says I got them all, Samael and the other ones as well.
So Asmodean we know
because of the liar.
because of the liar. So that leaves 2 places. Semirog. I think we've got Semirog name dropped, right? No, we haven't had Semirog name dropped.
No.
So 2 more who I guess we suspect is Semirog and Demandred.
Yeah.
Demandred, yeah.
Or Demandred and Ravin.
I think it'll be Semirog because it'll be 4 women, 4 men.
Yeah.
Probably.
And I'd rather have Semirog over Rapey Ravin anyway.
Yeah.
Christian Rapper says, does Matt still have the horn? He gave it to a hero, Amoreso, but you never see her give Matt back the horn. No, he doesn't. She just, I don't know, like sleights of hands it like into her sleeves or whatever. So
we don't know.
Will see. We will see.
It's intentional from the show. We just don't know.
Yeah.
What way they'll reveal it later.
Oh,
I think it's to prevent some sort of Lord of the Rings thing where you have this immortal army. Just summon them
back
all
and
the
forth.
time.
Yeah. Yeah, because if they had the horn, like in the next season, there would be stuff that happens that it would be like a very convenient thing.
Yeah.
So
remove that convenience and
remove the temptation.
Yeah, have it reappear at the last battle.
Yeah.
In some way.
Just under a rock.
Yeah,
it can be under the butt rock.
Yeah.
You had other circumstances in Farm last in the books because then it was more natural to send it back to the tower for Matt to be healed and to hide the horn traveling there. But this time you have like only Aes Sedai in Farm. He doesn't need healing, and the only Aes Sedai in Farm is Moraine that kind of had a falling out with Suan and the tower. So
and Rima, who is a prisoner of the Shonchan.
Yeah.
But she's confirmed for season 3, I think.
Yeah, she is. So hopefully we will.
She was a great addition, released. I think.
She was awesome.
Yeah. We do not need that storyline at all. They just need to release her and have her like help Nynaeve a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we make a start?
Yeah.
It's 45 minutes in and we haven't talked about this week. We need to deliver on some promises.
Think about that. Next week we don't have a show to talk about.
Oh. Well, that's not strictly true.
We always have some rumors and stuff.
Yeah. Aggie, have you got the intro ready?
Let's go. Here's the first intro.
It is believed there are worlds where a year is only a day here, and others where a day is a year here. There's supposed to be worlds where the very air would kill us at a breath, and worlds that barely have enough reality to hold together. And as we set out to explore these realities, remember one thing: be steadfast.
And let's get the music back in again. Here we go. So what if Tigraine didn't die after giving birth to Rand?
Oh.
Do we screw up the prophecies?
Pardon?
I think that would screw up the prophecies of the dragon.
In what way?
Because the dragon or the Karakan is born from a maiden, or born from the blood, and the old blood, but not red.
Raised by a different blood, essentially.
Yeah. I don't know it exactly what for, but
yeah.
I mean, she could still survive and lose Rand to Tam. As in, Tam would take her and say, "Oh, she's probably going to die. I'm just going to leave." But then someone comes and saves her.
Yeah. I mean, I can't see Tam kidnapping a child. It would definitely make it a lot darker when when Rand finds out that Tam is not his dad.
But Tigraine could be in a near-death situation, and Tam wants to rescue the baby from the battlefield. And
but is he going to leave someone behind who's injured, like a woman? Like, given he's Two Rivers raised, and how the Two Rivers boys are, he's not going to leave someone who's like bloodied, a woman.
But
on the
maybe
battlefield.
she might appear to be dead, but not dead.
I feel like that's not really in the spirit of the premise of the question. It's like finding a way round it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really unlikely that even
Tigraine.
if she survived, Tam wouldn't take the baby.
So now Tigraine and Tam becomes a couple, and they together raise Rand. Is that within the premise?
But he's already with Kari at that. Like, he'd have to abandon his wife to do that,
which isn't Tam at all. So the only thing that would happen is Rand being raised in the Threefold Land. Rand would be raised as an Aiel.
I don't think she knows anything about him having to be raised away from her. Like, there's no Aiel prophecy that she is aware of, no, she probably wouldn't care about that, but she doesn't know the child is the Dragon Reborn. She just knows she has to go to and give birth on the other side of the world.
Right. She survives and gives Rand to Tam. End of story.
She could, but she is also raised. She's raised in the Royal Palace of Camelin.
Yeah.
She's already had to abandon one child. Like, she's abandoned Galad. I feel like I don't think she would survive the trauma, like the emotional trauma of having to abandon Rand as well. Like, no matter
Tigraine is always yeeting children.
I don't feel like she'd yeet Rand.
Something special about him.
Would that still hold within the prophecies then? Because Tigraine is raised in Camelin.
She could take Rand, go back to Camelin, and he could be raised in the palace as it'd fuck up the Andorran succession for sure. She'd have to arrive and be like, "It's okay, Morgaze, I'm not gonna fuck up your claim.
Take this, raise it." Yeah, but wouldn't Elida have the foretelling way earlier and get Rand to the tower?
Yeah, probably. Or she'd just kill him. It's Elida.
Yeah, she's shit. You.
I mean, Christian has said all maidens give up their kid anyway. She would have to give up Rand. She doesn't have to. She could just stop being a maiden.
Yeah.
She could give up the spears. He ain't no Sulin. And actually, she doesn't play a bridal role for Janduin. She just hooks up with it. They're obviously in a relationship, but she doesn't because theoretically, if she abandoned, she should have abandoned the spear if she was laying a bridal wreath, which she clearly doesn't do.
Yeah.
And then she begs Janduin to let her go over the wall, because she knows she has to go back. And then he accepts because he can't deny her anything, which is just. I feel he'd have to be raised by someone else. Maybe it'd be I can see like Tam like helping them both off the mountain, right?
Yeah.
Like he's got the baby in one arm, and he's got like his arm round Shail, Tigraine, and he's like helping her off the mountain. I guess my question is, where do they go from there? Or maybe like he's like, you can be my sister, come back to the two rivers, like, and you can.
Are you starting another trouble?
They could be oh my god, yes, this is what I want. I want the throuple. I want a throuple of Carrier Thor, Tam Thor, and Tigraine.
That works.
Throuple goals.
And I mean,
so
then if they actually were, Tigraine will probably, insist that they actually learn Rand how to fight from a young age.
Yeah, that's true. He would not need that training montage.
No.
That'd be so cool. And I don't think it'd affect the books too much, apart from Rand just being aware of who he is earlier on.
Yeah.
Moraine would know it's him straight away. So maybe it would. Maybe the others wouldn't come with her. But they are Ta'Veren, so she might just take him anyway because it's Moraine.
Yeah, and they all feel the pull towards each other.
Yeah. Like, even if Moraine had been like, clearly you're the dragon because of this throuple thing that's going on. And even if she hadn't taken Matt and Perrin, they would have felt the pull and followed. So yeah. I feel like you could still have it fairly similarly to how it goes if you did that. If he's raised in the palace, yeah, Elida wins. And we all lose if Elida wins, as we know.
So I just have a stupid picture in my mind right now. Like the cold open for episode 7 of season 1.
Yeah.
So Tigraine survives, Tam is holding a baby, and they're at the slopes of Dragon Mount. So he just takes his cloak off, and then they use that as a slide to slide down the mountain and right into some sort of cottage to stop his trouble. I don't know.
Do you think if Tam was trying to help like them both off the mountain, do you think there's a risk that Tam would have died at that point?
Maybe.
Like, I guess he can't really defend himself if he's got a baby, so it's not going to make that much of a difference him trying to help.
Hence the power of cloak slide. Hence
the power of the cloak slide. I imagine like holding it up as well, like you've got long legs and I'm doing this like you can see what I'm doing, but like stretching your legs out and then like holding onto the cloak so it's kind of like stiff, like pulled up over your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want that slide now, and yellow as well.
One could use the breastplate of his armor, and the other one the backplate.
Yeah.
As sled.
Oh, yeah, I've done bumboarding before. It was injury inducing. I almost broke my back. It was not fun.
High risk, high reward. Hello, kitty cat.
I can see a kitty cat. Christian makes a good point. She can just give Rand to one of her royal relatives. Elida wasn't all that crazy in the first books. She might react differently if she actually helped raise Rand. But then Rand would be a very different person if raised by Elida.
Yeah.
Or hopefully, well, maybe not, because Elaine is sort of half raised by Elida and bloody hates her. So maybe him and Elaine would have like buddied up a lot earlier.
I think most likely the boys are mostly attached to Gareth Bryn anyway.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh,
Riding
and he'd
on-
know Tom as well, so he could still
Yeah.
learn to play the flute.
It all works out in the end.
It all works out. We just, apart from Moraine, don't know where she comes into this.
Eh,
Well, she comes to the palace and takes them with them.
And
don't
Elida lets that
have-
happen. Given her history with Moraine.
Yeah,
I guess then there would be a Trolloc attack, right?
it's a-
tragic death. There will be a tragic accident.
Oh yeah, no, Aggie's right. There's a
Yeah.
Trolloc attack.
So Elida's occupied.
It's gonna be so weird when Moraine comes to the palace. Oh, I think I found the dragon reborn, and Elida is. Oh yeah, I raised him.
Shoot, I didn't
Oh,
notice.
how about that? But oh, so you've been out searching for 20 years? Yeah, he's here. I had him all along. It was Elida all along.
So wouldn't
And you know
Elida
she ain't
want-
telling Swan.
No.
So suppose Elida knew Rand was the Dragon Reborn from an early age. She would have
she-
loved to just suck him in, right? Make him hers. Because the end goal of the Red Aja is to make
Oh, no.
Rand and the Dragon Reborn.
Oh
their
god.
But I guess the other thing is, if she reports that to the head of the Red Aja, who is either Katarine or Galena, and I can't remember which one, but both of those, either way, are Black Aja.
Yeah. Not good. Baby goes back into the box.
He's
Oh.
raised in a box.
Oh.
Like a box cradle.
Yeah.
Harry
Like
Potter Rand.
Harry Potter under the staircase. Rand, go into your box.
There's no post on Sundays.
Rand Al Potter.
Oh,
Rand
God.
Alpert.
You have been a nasty boy. Go into your box.
Only
Karen
thing
died
that
in a car crash.
Rand won't get an invitation to the magic school because he hasn't invented it yet.
Yeah, that's true. He can't go to the Black Tower.
There is a
It'd be interesting to see, like, say the books still managed to develop long enough along vaguely the same arc that it got to the point where Rand calls for the amnesty for like male channelers. How would he feel about creating the Black Tower and granting it land in Andor, in Camelin at that point, if he'd had a much closer connection to it? Do you think he'd still do it? Or do you think he'd put it somewhere else?
Yeah, he might put it somewhere else.
Somewhere
Like
he
the Two
didn't like.
Rivers.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Oh yeah,
go
you could put it in the
River,
Two Rivers. That's actually kind of genius. Like, oh, there's this bit of Andor that no one really goes to. Put it in Taran Ferry.
Yeah. It's a shit place anyway. You can have it, all of it.
Oh my god. And then that's how Matt and Perrin come into the story. Because
Right,
they're
yeah,
getting
yeah.
like recruited and whatever from Taim, and they're like, nah, fuck this guy. We need to complain. I mean, Christian has said it's a good thing people in Randland don't share information. I mean, if Elida raises Rand, let's hope so. Let's hope she remains her bitter, selfish self and doesn't share that information, or we might be. Although, to be fair, Elida doesn't know that the dragon's been reborn. Because she doesn't hear Guitara's prophecy. Let's not go to Taran Ferry. It is a silly place. So Elida would know that Rand is important, but she wouldn't know he's the Dragon Reborn.
right.
He'd probably get gentled then.
So
Thinking
Nynaeve has
about
to
it.
But
kill
then
him.
she would know he was born on the slopes of Dragonmount because Tigraine survived, right? And that's a big piece of the puzzle. If she knows the prophecies.
But Guitara's prophecy isn't public knowledge.
All right.
And she's the one who says he's born on the slopes of Dragonmount. The overall
Okay, right.
prophecy, I think, doesn't mention Dragonmount.
I don't think we should underestimate Elida. I think she would piece it together some way.
She could. I just feel like she might piece it together, but she's not one known for she's known for quite fast and hasty. She's quite impulsive. She makes that foretelling and immediately wants to snatch Rand out rather than thinking about it. She's she thinks before she acts a lot of the time. So I feel like if she saw Rand could channel, she would have already gentled him before she'd had time to backtrack and think, oh, he might be the dragon. If that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe.
He's pretty self-absorbed, right?
Yeah. I
So
also
the Dark
wonder,
One wins.
The Dark One wins. What kind of position he would have? Do we know what the timeline's like for Morghese and how long the succession war takes? Or the succession? Yeah, it is a war, isn't it?
Well,
how long it takes Morghese to consolidate her power after Tigraine fucks off and Mordrellin dies?
Androl, do you remember?
What? I was reading the prophecies. What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear a thing.
I don't know, but Tigraine wouldn't have to bring him in person. She could send someone to Camelin to bring the child.
Yeah, she could. Although without her being there, it'd feel like he'd probably just end up in an orphanage. They don't know she's alive, so someone just turning up with a ginger baby feels a bit.
Yeah, but she could write a letter or something, and maybe she has still her sigil. Something like that.
Communication is poor though. Yeah, she could. I'm still skeptical of her not going with him because she's already had the trauma. If she went to Camelin, she could see Galad again.
Yeah.
And she she talks to the wise ones about a baby who she'd abandoned and stuff like that. It's clearly on her mind. So I feel like if she had the chance to go back, she'd go back. She only leaves because of Guitara. I don't think she would stay abandoning. She's allowed back to the over the 3 foot over the spinal world. She's allowed to go back at that point. So I don't feel I don't know, maybe she'd be trying to find Janduin, being look, I've got this kid with you who's been born, great, but I've also got this other kid. Maybe she'd go to Camelin and try and kidnap Galad. The Aiel could do it. On their way back from the Kyria, from Lehman, snink off to have a little. I bet the maidens would do it. Invade the palace in Camelin, nick Galad, and then go off to the waste with Galad. And Rand and Galad could grow up as brothers. I like that. That's cute.
Sorry, folks. I have to go. I have to go back to work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good having you.
Thank you for having us.
Work sucks. Sometimes. On Wednesdays it does. Next week I won't be there because I'm at a concert, but see you all in 2 weeks.
Well, I think the week after we might be doing something special for Halloween. So
might just be, yeah.
for a Halloween episode.
No. I'm afraid in the dark. Okay.
Bye, Roger.
Bye.
Bye.
Have fun.
And to everyone who's just joined, we're still talking what if Tigraine survived. And we've covered so far the surviving, and he's raised in Camelin under Elida's guidance. We've covered the ultimate throuple of Tam, Shahil / Tigraine, and Cariel 4 in the Two Rivers. And I've just mentioned what if they nicked Galad and went to the Threefold Land. I don't know, Aggie, Androl, what do you think of that?
I think I prefer the thruple. Of course I do. It's awesome.
I kind of
Seems
like
the most healthy.
Yeah. I kind of like the idea of them going back to the Two Rivers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that would be really good. I don't know why Tigraine would do it. I think Irish Bear says, wouldn't Tigraine just give birth, go back into battle, and that's it? But I think
He's not going to abandon a second kid.
right. Yeah. So I think that would be reason enough to go back to the Two Rivers with Tam. No more of this warring stuff, and just
No.
be a sheep herder.
She could nick Galad and raise Galad in the Two Rivers as well. I'm really on this, like,
Yeah.
Galad and Ran
Sure.
are raised as brothers thing. Because then Galad's going to have a whole different outlook, which affects the White Cloaks, and then the White Cloaks don't ever get reformed because it don't have anyone decent. Which probably means that, like, the Battle of the Two Rivers stuff, even more brutal shit happens. It's
So would
Yeah,
then
that's-
Galad go with Moraine? Or would he stay behind?
yeah, because Egwene would go, and she fancies Galad.
Right.
Oh my god, what if she fancied them both and they were in a throuple as well? No, wait, you can't have a throuple when two of them are
A
siblings.
double throuple.
I refuse to have an incest throuple. But like, I feel like Galad's the type that, because Egwene would still go, and he would be like, "Oh, I've got to protect Egwene," because he's that kind of douche.
He's a douche.
So you just have this like trail of people from the Two Rivers, like, oh, I've got to protect so and so. Oh, I've got to protect so and so from protecting so and so, and you'd end up with like a conga line of people out of the Two Rivers following the rain. You're trying to get on that ferry, and there's like 50 people there.
See them just dancing out of the Two Rivers. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice. Like Tam's farm would probably do better having some.
Yeah.
Jandwin, I don't know, because if you think about like maidens having to give up their kids, well, each of those kids has a dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the dads just accept that they're never gonna know their kids. You know, so I don't feel like that's at play here. Like, if Tigraine was never going to give up the spear and raise the baby, then Janduin would never have known the baby anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't... Whilst I do agree this, it is a good point. It'd only be valid if Tigraine had intended to give up the spear. Like he'd have a different outlook, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess it'd also probably depend if like he sees her leave the mountain. Like, does he find her corpse on the mountain, or does he just like she doesn't come back from the battle, and they all assume she's dead? Like, I guess we don't know that.
Yeah.
Joe says, was Moraine, nope, you mean Morghese, already on the throne when Rand was born? Already married to Tarangal? I'm not sure how long that lasted. I feel like it didn't take that long for her to gain the throne, but it did take a while for her to like consolidate, and that's why she needed Tarangal.
Yeah, I don't remember at all.
Because Galad was like 3 or 4, so it must have been fairly quick.
Let's see.
Because she'd have custody of Galad at that point. If she saunters off to the Two Rivers, she is giving up the spear. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, she's giving up being Fardara's Mai. Like, as Avienda proves, you don't ever really give up the spear, do you? If you can check, like, you're not like forgetting that knowledge. Like Avienda still pulls out her knife when she can't challenge anymore in the last battle.
But I mean, giving up the spear is more a metaphorical thing.
Yeah,
right?
the
It's
metaphorical
lifestyle.
thing
Yeah.
of giving up the lifestyle. Yeah, she
She can
she
still
certainly
kill
would be
people.
giving up the lifestyle. Yeah, Amis too. Yeah, like Binding Fool. What if he left with Tigraine to raise Rand somewhere in the wetlands? I'd love that movie. Like they both abandon their people and then raise Rand. I don't know, not Carrion. I don't know, maybe Two Rivers, like, or just maybe like Tarvalon. I'd love them trying to deal with the wetland culture and raise a child at the same time. Like, that is a comedy movie right there.
The spear is just a face. No, the spear is life.
The spear is life. The spear is life. Okay.
Or they could
Like
abandon land altogether and join the Sea Folk.
Oh.
And we get the Cormor story arc.
That would be cool. Maybe they go live in Shara
Yeah. That could work.
until Demandred gets out.
Until Demandred gets out, yeah. Fuck shit up.
Or then Demandred comes to Shara and Rand is, no, sorry, I'm already ruling here.
Yeah. If Tigraine survived and lived in the Two Rivers with Tam, there'd be no need for Perrin to go back to the Two Rivers. She'd single-handedly kill all the Trollocs. That is true. On Winter Night. And the thing is, that she would be like, she'd run a little spear school. Like, you know how they have, like, the quarterstaff training? There's no way she wouldn't be like, I can take you on. And as soon as it's proven how good she is, she would be like teaching the kids, they'd have like a nursery and then you get the kids with like little tree branches practicing like karate class.
So she would just, make the Two Rivers into
ultimate fighters.
Yeah.
And when the trolls arrived, they'd just say, "You came to wrong
Yeah.
the wrong neighborhood, motherfuckers."
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, like Blinded Fool, Moraine would eventually find them and be like, "Oh, cool, Tigraine's got it. I'll go hang out with Swan now." I know Moraine does like to meddle. Like, I feel like, I mean, she'd immediately know who Rand is. That's cool, but Moraine would still hang out and be like, "You've got this, but I want to be the advisor." Blah blah blah.
Should we do another flicker?
Yeah. So, what do we think? Is this good for the ending of the last battle or bad?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, probably. Almost. I don't know about
it's
the.
doable?
Yeah,
It's doable, it's feasible, but if Elida gets her hand on Rand early on and does something reckless, then it's...
Yeah, that might be
It's all in
the
favor of the
worst outcome. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's a feasible one. All right, let's
Bring this.
let's spin the wheel
Mhm.
and do a little quick one, and we'll give it say 15 more minutes, something like that. Oh my god, this is kind of a continuation of what we've just talked about. What if Rand, Matt, and Perrin grew up in Val and Luca's menagerie? Oh my god, it'd be so cute.
I mean,
Apart
Perrin
from
would-
they'd be really creepy around women, or creepier around women in Matt's case.
So Perrin would be the strong man, I suppose, and bend iron bars and stuff.
I bet the menagerie could use a smith, to be fair, although he wouldn't have the smithing skills. But yeah, he'd be a strong man.
Yeah.
And Matt be a clown,
And
juggling
Like-
and
Like
Yeah.
sleight of hand,
yeah.
or like a stand-up comedian.
And Rand be
What
a
would Rand
magician.
do? Oh yeah, I guess once he's channeling, he'd be a magician. What would he do before that point? Like, what if you're a 5-year-old child and you're raised in a circus? What's the thing that you like start
Okay.
learning?
He would be, I think, a sharpshooter with a Two Rivers longbow and some sort of Perrin tied up. No, sorry, Matt tied up to a tree trunk with an apple
So
on his
like,
head.
so Matt would be.
it
Sorry,
depends. I
didn't
mean, if they were raised in the menagerie, Rand wouldn't know about the flame and the void because it's Tam who teaches him that. So he wouldn't be. I don't
Can you
think
hear
he. Yeah. Now we hear you.
I died.
Okay.
But would
Uh,
Matt still have his luck? He would, right?
I mean,
So he
if
would not
we
get by an arrow.
probably not. If we just assume they don't have they still have the abilities they get from, the Taveran and the luck and the wolf dream and Androl and Rand can channel and stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they still get that. Matt still
Yeah.
has luck because that's not related to anything. That is just a him thing.
Mhm.
Rand can still channel. Perrin's still a wolf brother. Matt doesn't have the memories, at least whilst growing up.
But Perrin would be a lion tamer, but a wolf version of lion tamer, right?
Oh,
Train the bears, so we would get a bear brother.
A bear brother,
Bear
yeah.
brother.
Train the bears.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
No, if
Oh
and
no,
if
it wouldn't
any-
actually, because dancing bears in a circus is grotesque and horrible. It would not be.
Yeah, but
cute.
he wouldn't have to torture them to make them perform. But
no, but he'd still know that they weren't enjoying performing. Like
Well,
he'd be a bear
no.
brother, realize
act-
it, and then set them free.
he actually would know if they did.
But I mean,
I
we
mean,
can
you-
assume that animals in captivity don't enjoy being in captivity.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Have you ever been to a zoo and seen the sad paw prints on the tiger cages when they like step in their own paw prints because they're just pacing because they can't escape? I fucking hate zoos. Sorry, they make me very unhappy. But like, I feel like, all right, in the hypothetical, the bears don't enjoy being in captivity. Let's say, for the sake of argument. Perrin would do what he does with Gaul and what he does with Gnome. Like, he lets them free.
Yeah.
So then you just have rampaging bears everywhere.
And
And
Perrin would be
possibly they'd come back and try and kill Val and Luca out of vengeance.
And if someone in the chat or listening, what I'm referring to is that in an interview, Rafe said for the show there was actually somebody suggesting that they didn't use wolf but bears instead. and they were hardly shut down, fortunately enough. They thought wolf was too tropey.
Do you think the last hunt would be like with dark bears
Yes.
instead of dark hounds?
No, because the last hunt is, these ghosts. It would be polar bears. They're already white.
Because they're ghosts.
Oh my god.
Yes. Polar bears are as ghost bears.
600 to 800 kilos of polar bear.
Oh yeah.
If I were a polar bear and living in Radland, I'd be pretty bloody unhappy because I'd be completely out of the correct climate.
Yeah. But
Like-
they're proficient at seal hunting. So all the seals would... Sorry, bad joke.
Oh,
They would
no.
Okay, I got it.
Oh,
It was a good joke.
okay.
I was also
So-
thinking about how would stand-up sound in Randland.
I'm going to argue very different to how it would sound in the Freefold land.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
if an Aiel came to one of their shows, they wouldn't think it was funny.
I think imagine Ale stand-up. I mean, in my sense, Ale humor is superior because I still don't get the joke that Rand told them. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Oh, it's such a good joke, though.
And I just, when I'm reading it, as I said, I've read the series. I'm on my 49th reread, so I still don't get it. But it's like my
it's a very
brain
dad
just
joke.
my brain is wired weirdly because I don't understand the game. I would never what the
Never
fuck you
have
call
I
it.
ever.
Yeah, I understand the working parts, but I don't get it. So I never know when to drink.
You drink if you have done it.
Exactly.
So-
I don't understand it. I don't get it.
So lots of drinking for you.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. Should I drink? Yeah, I probably should drink. And probably the most questions when you're playing that game are stupid, so I've probably done it. I've done a lot of stupid shit.
So, say Moraine finds Rand in the menagerie. What happens?
I think she would have to bribe Val and Luca because Rand, Matt, and Perrin would be his main acts.
Yeah.
And without them, he would be nothing. That would be like the whole show. So she would have to bribe Val and Luca and said, I need these people. They're
If
coming
the
with me now.
Trollops attacked the menagerie,
Mhm.
probably wouldn't need to bribe him because when Matt and that
Fair
lot are
point.
attacked later on in the books, he helps them get away. Like he's like basically like, nope, just get out. Like I think Matt has to pay a little bit, like the money that he owed him, but like he's very like keen to just like not be in danger and stuff, isn't he?
Yeah.
And Moraine's
good
got
point.
money. Like she could bribe him and he'd be so happy. He'd be like pushing them out the door. Like even if
Or-
he had like affection for them.
I don't know. I mean, I think Val and Luca would think that, oh, an Aes Sedai. That would be cool to have in the show.
How is he around Aes Sedai? Do we know?
No, because he does. I mean,
Mm,
Elaine and
We do-
Nynaeve
we do.
are, but they are. I don't.
but when
the
Matt's
first time
with
they're-
two on,
What?
when Matt's with two on, you've got the Aes
Yeah.
Sedai,
Yeah.
and he's respectful to them.
That is true.
I mean, he'd be a fool otherwise.
Yeah, that's true. So she'd just bribe him, and then take them away and
Yeah.
just proceed on the same adventure?
Sure, why not?
How
Yeah.
how would the boys differ because of their upbringing? So like Matt wouldn't have the quarterstaff, so he wouldn't beat Galad and Garwin in a fight. They wouldn't know Egwene. Like Egwene doesn't leave the Two Rivers with this arc. Unless Moraine still visits the Two Rivers.
Unless Val and Lucas' menagerie goes to the Two Rivers.
Oh yeah, that's cute. Like, because if Moraine goes to Two Rivers, finds Egwene, this powerful young girl who can channel, nicks her away, because I've still got my recruiting hat on for the tower. Sends Egwene off and then goes to the menagerie. That could still work.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have the backstory with Rand. Yeah, that's true. Although they wouldn't have the nice relationship with Tom. Which would be a shame. So you'd lose Tom from the narrative. Or at least his bond with the boys.
Yeah.
Egwene might not go with Moraine, because Moraine does leave without Egwene, and Egwene only comes because she sneaks in. So perhaps another Aes Sedai would be sent to the Two Rivers, like Moraine would be like, "Dear Swan, powerful girl in Two Rivers, send someone to go get. Off to keep searching. Love, Moraine." Light-blinded Fool makes a really good point. They'd be way less naive. Like, they would have already visited all the cities.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, and they'd have friends in them as well, if you think about it. Like, you can't be traveling all over the world and not make a few friends along the way. They probably do quite well.
Yeah, so Rand and Min could still be a thing.
Yeah. Rand and Elaine probably still as well.
Yeah,
like he
down
can
the
still
road before.
fall off the wall.
Yeah.
And then I guess Avienda can still happen as well.
Yeah, they'd be a less, light-blinded fool. They'd be way less naive in the first part of the story. Yeah, if you're raised in a menagerie, you probably, know some shit.
You know some shit.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know quarterstaffs. They wouldn't know Two Rivers archery.
But they probably would know throwing knives.
They probably would know throwing knives. They probably not have swords.
No, probably not. No.
I'm not sure how well they would survive a Trolloc attack. But then Rand probably wouldn't have anyone to protect. Like, if he's not protecting Tam, and say if they're living in the menagerie, it's probably a case of him, Matt, and Perrin all sharing a bunk, sharing a little wagon between the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd all be attacked together.
And I mean, I think the biggest problem for the Trolloc attack is that they have to find them. The Two Rivers is in one place and a gateway close by, but the menagerie travels around all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be close to. And if you're going to have a big horde of Trollocs, roaming around the countryside in different countries, they're probably going to be, killed.
If they're near a city, then there's probably a waygate. It's only if they happen to be somewhere rural.
Yeah.
Perrin
On the
probably
other
wouldn't
hand-
meet Elias because Elias wouldn't be in the same place.
Mm.
But that doesn't matter. We've decided he's got bear brother abilities anyway. Rand would be the Carney reborn. Oh God.
The Carney reborn.
Cardi card.
The Carney card.
He'd be in charge of the like shoot the duck stall. Oh God.
Oh, it's going to be such a small story. Light-minded food. Rand would work with Val and Luca to unite the north and east traveling circuses, and then the west and south traveling circuses. So it's going to be the same story, but with menageries instead.
Val and Luca's conglomerate empire of menageries.
Okay, I love that.
Um,
No, they're going to be
Christian
at.
Rapper says they wouldn't get attacked by Trollocs. The only reason they got attacked was due to Padam Faye, and they wouldn't meet him. I mean, he's a peddler, right? They could still meet him. Ostensibly, just he's a peddler, rolls up, Caesar. I mean, if they grew up, then he would like. There's a reason he brings the Trollocs to the Two Rivers, right? He's told there is somebody there he needs to take Trollocs to. So he could still bring them. I think, yeah, it would definitely be a lot harder. And obviously that does rely on, in this world that we're imagining, him happening to bump into them once and then finding a way to keep bumping into them. So it would be a lot harder. Like if they're traveling, like, it's not in the same place for him to keep. And it'd be really suspicious if he like, I'm just going to be a peddler who travels alongside with you guys.
That would be weird.
Just do me a favor. Tell me where you're going again, because I need to just bugger off for a little bit to visit Shire Ghul.
I think this might be terrifying for some people if you have that phobia, but they probably would be attacked by people wearing makeup and throwing goat's bladder at them, clowns. Now I want that scene filmed.
What other of Aginor's creations could attack?
Oh, he got clowns in store. That was the next thing he was going to do before he got killed.
It was like top of the to-do list.
Trolloc clowns.
Oh, what? Okay, Trolloc Town. Okay, somebody sent Kevin a message. We need Trolloc clowns.
God, no. I think that's a good point. So if the Trollocs don't attack and they just live a nice little peaceful life in the menagerie, Moraine would have to bribe a lot of fucking money to give them a reason to leave. A lot of money. I mean, this bodes well for Val and Luca's like conglomerate.
Yeah, it does.
Menagerie empire.
Until the clown uprising.
Until the clown uprising.
You'll
So
float too.
if this happened, if they were raised in the menagerie, Val and Luca would do really well. Like, he'd profit. Would the world? Providing, Val and Luca gets paid off a lot, the boys go with Moraine.
Yeah.
Does the rest still vaguely happen?
I mean, the wheel weaves as the wheel wills.
Very Aes Sedai answer. I feel like most of it could. You just have less of the relationships established. So, like, no Tom, no, like, you would struggle with the Elaine. That is a stretch. You'd struggle with Min unless they'd met Min on the, like, a lot of it is just dependent on the, like, would all the pieces still fall into place? And I guess you could argue, because they're Taveran,
Yeah.
even, they would.
Yeah. Highly likely.
Highly likely. All right, I'm willing to say that this is still doable. They just have different morals. That's the only thing. Yeah, some Tavir and bullcrap will get them on their way. All right, well, I think we're going to go with that then.
Yep.
Tavir and bullcrap will make this happen. Val and Luca, surrogate father to... Because God knows what's actually happened to Tam, Abel, and Perrin's dad. And their families. But, yeah... Val and Luca, surrogate father, is gonna raise those boys right, loose them on the world after a huge bribe from the White Tower. I mean, it'd probably be enough to bankrupt the White Tower, the amount that Moraine would have to spend. And then, so you'd have a bankrupt White Tower, but, you know, the rest would all be fine. They just, you know, windfall tax on the gentry to pay for it. Maybe Swan would get deposed earlier for taxing the gentry to pay for the bribe to Val and Luca. They'd all go on strike. Shall we spin the wheel and see what we're going to do for next week?
Yes.
Let's bring it up and let's switch to wheels for next week. Hang on. Clicking buttons in the background. What if here we go next week? Open that up.
And if everyone who's in chat, thank you so much for joining. If you could make sure you have liked the video and subscribed, that would be really great. We would love that.
I almost forgot.
Oh, we need to add some more. Look, we're running out. We're not really.
Yeah.
We've got bloody hundreds in the spreadsheet that we just haven't added.
Yeah.
So, but please do keep submitting your suggestions for the wheel, because we are like updating it, and we will add them all. And I've been made aware that there's been a few Sulin ones that haven't been done because I've been off for a few weeks. So because somebody who I won't name submitted like 10 Sulin related suggestions. So please go and submit your suggestions, because we do need some non-Sulin related ones.
So the odds are we get a Sulin one now. Let's have a spin.
Odds are. I bet we don't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I love this one so much. What if Egwene never studied with the Aiel Wise Ones? Oh, okay. That is next week's, everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like that one has the potential to get really deep, because there are major implications. Have to make sure that everyone gets their thinking caps on this week.
Yeah.
Thank you all very, very much for joining us. Thank you to my lovely co-hosts, who are very beautiful, who have joined at the end of a very long week. We're all still recovering, I think, from the weekend and the show and life in general. Thank you to all of you for joining us. It's been fun. I feel like we really got into it in that.
Yeah, this was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Not that there are any bad ones, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah, we are planning something special for Halloween. So make sure you join us then. I suspect it will be the weekend before Halloween, the Wednesday before, which is I think the 25th. Just for reasons. Spooky reasons.
Badgers in bags.
Pardon?
Tricks and treats and badgers in bags.
Badgers in bags and tricks and treats, yes. So until next week, we have been the Flickerverse Show. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.